Okay, I am kind of pissed because I've just sat through 4 different recordings of this, but I will try to do this again for the last time. So I just sat down and watched Arcane Season 2. I saw the first 3 episodes and my mind is completely blown. Your expectations are about to be blown out of the water because everything good that they did about Arcane Season 1, they did even better in this season. Even though it's just 3 episodes, it's already starting off so decently good that I am enjoying it so much. I am loving everything about it. They improved upon the characters, the story, all of it has just been improved upon. The music, the backgrounds, I think they completely, they just went and looked at season 1 and went, you know what, we can make it better. And that's what they did. Usually with things like these, like when there's a show I really like and it gets a new season, sometimes you can get worried because what if it's not good enough? What if it's just decent, right? And that happened with Kung Fu Panda 4, I remember, because when it was announced, I was, skeptical. How are they going to make a Kung Fu Panda 4? And when it came out, it turned out to be very mid and just not what I wanted. About 3 years ago, when I heard about Arcane Season 2, or 2, I don't remember when they announced Season 2, but still, a little skeptical because I thought, what if it's not good enough? What if this isn't going to be worth the wait? I'm here to tell you right now that that wait was well worth it, because Jesus Christ, this was so well done. Like, stuff like this. Arcane is probably one of my favorite shows of all time, which is a crazy thing to say, because there's so many good shows like Breaking Bad out there, but to me, those shows don't have the same freedom and creativity that Arcane does, right? They're more bound to being about drug dealers or whatever else they could be about. They're bound to be about this one thing or being realistic enough. This isn't that. Arcane is just do whatever the fuck you want. Arcane is also slowly becoming one of my favorite franchises, or I just really enjoy the world that Arcane is. I enjoy the world, the characters, the world building, the atmosphere, the vibe that you get from it. All of it is just, especially from what we've seen so far, because they're gonna do other characters and new things too, so you're gonna get more of the Arcane universe, which I really like. As a kid, I always liked Star Wars and some things like that. I like things with creativity, and Star Wars has lots of a hell of a ton of creative things in Star Wars. There's so much creativity in that property. I love things like that. I love things like, Star Wars or Dead Space, because those things are not bound to one thing, right? I mean, they're bound to something. They're not like completely, they have limitations, of course, but there's still so much creative freedom with them that it's just so, well, it's just cool, And Arcane is slowly reaching that point of being something that I'm looking at. Like, I'm liking it. I'm loving Arcane, honestly. I want more of Arcane. I know I can just go and look at League lore and stuff, but I think I want more Arcane out of Arcane. The show's art style really helps it to become such a good show. All the scenes or all the backgrounds look like art because they're probably hand drawn, and it just looks so good. Like, I love the vibe there. I love the vibe in the Undercity and Topside. I just really enjoy the world of Arcane, and I want to see more of it. So I'm hoping that we get a season 3, because they can clearly write something good and create something amazing. Brings me to the characters, because a lot of the characters actually got a lot of improvement in these 3 episodes, especially Caitlyn, surprisingly, because in season 1 she wasn't really my favorite character. I wasn't going yippee Caitlyn, yes, but in this one I'm like, fuck the Caitlyn, yes, she's awesome. Caitlyn is just awesome. The first episode started right after the last one ended with the shark rocket launcher and then Jinx shooting it to the council, and then it goes kaboom. And in the first episode, you see the aftermath of what happened. You see many council members dead, except for Mel and Jace, which is, who would have guessed? You see the aftermath. You see that Caitlyn's mother died because of Jinx. Obviously, this has a huge effect on her. They want to go and slip her throat. And also, the funeral scene that we got was amazing. That was a amazing scene. Perfectly well done. That was awesome. I enjoyed what they did there. Caitlyn she's actually an interesting character now. One simple little thing made her a great character, because I actually care about her now as a character. Like, I don't want her to die. One, it would have been like whatever she said, but now I actually like her character a lot, because she's actually like not just Vi's love interest, right? I mean, she was definitely more than that in season 1, but still. Speaking of that, Vi is also like, she isn't really that different currently. She's about the same, because the only thing that she's more depressed is she gotta kill Jinx now, which is obviously depressing. Not the same, except for the fact that she doesn't have Caitlyn anymore because at the last episode they sort of break up, I guess. She's an enforcer now, if you didn't watch the trailers or something, but she's an enforcer. Denies everything that she would have fought earlier because, you know, enforcers killed her family, her mother and father, and it's just, my main point is Vi is about the same, but she's gonna be different when she turns emo. And also, speaking of Jinx, it's done so well. I mean, there was a scene where she was in the water with Silco, right? With his dead body. In this scene, she's letting go of Silco, letting go of that chapter of her life. Like, a lot of the scenes in just these first 3 episodes they could easily be finales of shows. Like, they're bringing in so many finales for a show because the stakes are so high in this one. That was just so well done. It's just such a perfect way to do it, to give Silco a final goodbye and her becoming a symbol, which is, she's gonna be a symbol. I mean, she's already starting to be that. Not quite, but, you know, we know that already. Those 4 characters are done perfectly. Those are the main points of those 3 episodes. Characters like Jace or Echo aren't really that huge in this necessarily. They are there, of course, and they do things, but they aren't really that important. Or they're important, but they aren't really the main focus, right? Also, another thing, you know Victor? They looked at Victor and just decided to make him Jesus Christ. It's quite literally what they did. Because you know those drug addicts that take Shimmer? He touches one of them on the forehead and he just fixes it. Like Jesus. He is basically Jesus Christ. I'm not even joking with you. This was in the Bible. He is so cool now. He looks awesome. He is cool. I absolutely adore what they did with him. And stuff like that is just, it's what makes Arcane good. Character development like that is just so unbelievably good. Not only improves on that, but it improves on the backgrounds, the music itself. The music itself is amazing. Yeah, as I said, they just improved on the first season. That's all of it. It's just chef's kiss. I think if you are a Arcane fan, you're gonna enjoy the hell out of this, because I sat there and enjoyed all of it. This is exactly what I wanted. You know, when you wait for something for years, you have really high expectations. Actually, a way better example of this was the FNAF movie. I waited for probably 8 years to see this movie, and it turned out to be horrendous. I was, you know, again skeptical because this took 3 years, but it turned out amazing. I thought that the finale of the 3rd episode was a great showcase of what's gonna come. I enjoyed it, and the reason I'm not going that in depth because I want to get this video out there, and I think that, you know, just watch it for yourself. I mean, you already have because you're seeing this, but just my opinion shouldn't matter. I enjoyed this, and I know I enjoyed this, so I'm not gonna take other people's opinion and go, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think that. No, I enjoy this a lot more. For those 3 episodes, don't go to a YouTube video like mine and take my opinion as your own. Just think about your own opinion and stick to it. It doesn't matter if somebody comes up with a good argument towards why this scene was bad because of that little nitpick or whatever. Just, if you enjoyed it a lot, that's great. If you didn't, then you didn't. That's fine. I'm gonna make a review video on Act 2 and Act 3 as well, and I'm probably gonna make a video reviewing the entire show as well. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below, what you liked, what you didn't like, what your thoughts, etc. And yeah, subscribe for more content like this if you want me to continue making review videos on films or TV shows, because I'm currently trying to find what works for my channel, if it's going to be reviewing things or gaming, I don't really know yet, but I enjoy doing these type of videos, so thanks for watching.